Hello, hey scopers, welcome to my Brenda Scope, Daily Scope today, coming to you. I am outside today, which is not going to last too long because I live in Florida, but it's been raining here like non-stop. I don't know if it's like crazy news elsewhere, but here like roads are flooded, people can't get to work, like it's been kind of crazy. So today's the first day it hasn't rained in days, in like weeks, so it's so nice to be outside for a little bit, so I'm gonna hang outside for a little while. Yeah, right, Jason? What's rain? Oh my gosh, it's been crazy here, just flooded everywhere. So, yeah, nice Florida sun, but again, you can only last a little while out here. So, welcome. Thanks, guys, for hopping on here. Definitely share this Periscope with your followers, invite other people. Today's got some unique tips, but I also want to share something that's coming up also. So, as people come on, we definitely want to make sure you're following me and let people know about this. So thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. So I want to share something with you today for Terrific Tuesday, and it's a little bit about lifestyle and your business. Because if you're following me, if you're listening to this, Periscope right here, I'm an online marketer, entrepreneur. I have been for many years now. And this morning, was it last night? It was either like really late last night or early this morning. I don't even remember. It kind of merged together. I was looking for something, an old file that I had, and I knew where it was online, but I had to go find it. So I was going through a lot of these old websites that I had online, and I was digging down through one of these funnels that I had created, and I found all of these videos that I had done for a 7-video series, and it reminded me of like all of the stuff that I used to do to brand myself when I was first getting started. Because when you're first getting started online, you don't have the great results that you think you should have. You don't have a big following. You're not really sure what you're supposed to be doing. And so what you're told is, incorporate your lifestyle. And so back then, what I did was I was like, okay, well, you know what? I don't have much of a lifestyle. I've got my kids. I go to preschool. I come home. That's really it. So at any time I had anything cool going on in my life, I would try to showcase that. So if I was at our aunt's house on the boat, that was a really cool picture. So or if I was like headed to the beach one day, take a picture of that. So anytime, that's like my little tip for you today. So when you're trying to brand yourself online, no matter what it is, you want to throw your lifestyle in to your business as much as you can, because people want to know who you are. So like, think about what are you doing. If you have nothing going on for an entire week, think a little bit maybe outside the box and say, well, what could I do right now that I could share with my audience that might be intriguing to them, that might show them a little glimpse inside of my life? Because the reality is, at the end of the day, that's what people want. When you're going out there and you're branding and you're putting yourself out there online and you're giving value to your people, you're doing that because you want people to relate to you. It's the give and take. So you're putting out value, you're putting out all this information. In turn, people are going to, get a lot of value from you and then want to see more, what you're doing. You say, oh, I really like this chick. She's got some cool things. What is she actually doing? And the more that you do that, the more that you'll see that come back. It's a slower process, but it's one that's very, very important. So just think about that always. What can I do? And I love the hearts, guys. Thank you so much. So what can I do that will give people a glimpse into my life? Now, if you're a private person, cupcake, Gina's cupcake, I like that. If you're a private person and you're like, I own a business, I don't really want to put myself out there, you have to think about what can you do to engage your audience on a personal level. Because even if you're a business, people don't relate to businesses, they relate to the people behind the business. So think about what is it that you can do that can share that with people. So right now, I'm periscoping to you. You can see me, you can hear me, you can see my face, my, features. I can stress words to you. That comes across so much faster and easier than any other type of media that there is. So doing videos, it's the best, fastest way that you can engage. Periscope now, the more that I'm on it, the more that I'm seeing other people on it. I'm baking soon. You're baking your cupcakes. That would make sense. Awesome. But if you're not on Periscope and engaging with your audience, it's definitely something you want to do. You want to start sharing your life or real live moments with your audience. And the power of Periscope has not even really been foreseen yet, but it's really, really starting to grow. And so that's definitely something that you want to do and think about. So that's just a little tip right now. It's starting to get hot. I'm like, oh, it's hot in here. So appreciate that. Make sure that you can tap the little guy down there, follow me, invite people to this, let them see the replay. But a perfect example of integrating your lifestyle with your business is what I did earlier today. So if you're not following me on Facebook, I'm Brenda Gagne. Actually, it's facebook.com Brenda Gagne 22. My birthday's the 22nd, so whenever they were giving out URLs, that's the one that I got way back in the day. But there's a video that I put on Facebook this morning, and so I woke up at like, actually I slept in a little bit because I wasn't feeling very good, but I was up at like 7:30 and I was working this morning, and I got all of the stuff that I had to get done. And so it was like 11 o'clock, my girls were up, I've got 3 girls, and so we're kind of hanging around the house, and I said, you know what, I've got this webinar coming up Thursday night, I want to do some kind of promotion for this. And I involve them in my business. They know exactly what I do. And I was like, you know, this webinar on Thursday is going to be very, very helpful for people. My dog just went in the pool. It's going to be very helpful for people. So I want to get as many people as possible on this webinar. And so I asked them the question. I was like, what should we do? What kind of thing? I want to do a video. What should we do? And so we actually talked together. They are now 9, 10, and 12, so they're definitely getting older that they can, you know, be part of the process. And so we brainstormed a little bit, and I thought, you know what? We don't have anything to do until this afternoon, so let's do this project together. And so we worked on this video. Allie, she's my older one, she knows how to do stop motion, and so she did a little clip, and then Riley and Kaylee, my other ones, they had a little part in it, and it was all completely scripted by them. And they're in the video. Allie's behind the scenes. She's too cool for school to be on video. But anyway, that video is on Facebook, and so you can go over on my wall, you can watch that. I encourage you to, because they even, you know, they help put it together. But what it does is that it shows that I'm building my business, I'm at home, I've got kids, making money online, and who's that? Jason, the family that works together, succeeds together. Awesome, yeah. And so, you know, it just kind of goes to show that, you know, I'm at home, I'm working, but you can have fun and build your lifestyle the way that you want. So consider, what are you doing online? How are you doing it? What part of your life can you open up and share with others? Because people want to know you. They want to know who you are, relate to you, and just have that little glimpse. Because, you know, in today's day and age with social media being so great and all the reality shows that are all over the place, you become the edutainer. So if you've edutainer or entertainment. I think it's edutainer. I think that's what I think that's the word that it was, an edutainer. Like, you're giving out value, but you also have to entertain people, because if you're boring and talking slow and, you know, you're not gonna keep people's attention. You have got to be edutainer. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate that. Edutainer. Not entertainer, edutainer. So that's the difference, because if you're online and you're teaching and you're helping your audience, you're educating them, but you don't want to be boring about it. You've got to be exciting and engaging with them. So that's where the edutainer comes to play. It's a new little play on words there. So yeah, think about that, and think about at least once a week. If you're not comfortable opening up your live to people, what could you do once a week that would entertain an audience? Because that's about the least that you want to do. Because being on social media, being online, building your brand, if you're not being consistent with it, people are going to forget who you are. You have to stay consistent. You have to be continuously there. And the thing is you're not going to know if what you're doing is even working or not. You're not going to see a lot of reciprocation right off the bat. But what you will see eventually is the snowball effect, that quantum leap. For all the stuff that you did for the past few months is now snowballing. People know who you are. They're hearing your name. You're staying consistent, and they're going to definitely start following you, and then click off and you know, basically do what you want them to do. And so it's not the easiest method to track. Like, you do a paid ad, you know exactly how much you spent, you know what your click-through rate is, you know all that stuff. It's not really like that, but it should be done in addition to. All right, so that's my little takeaway for you. So I'm going to conclude this because it's definitely getting hot, and I got to go take my kid to the doctor today. So Hey guys, glad that you guys are here. Appreciate the shout outs on here. Love the hearts. Thank you. Here's my takeaway for you today. Definitely go to Facebook, go onto my wall. If we're not friends, absolutely friend me. Make sure you're following me on Periscope at Brenda. Obviously you're here, but make sure you tap the little guy that we're following. Sorry. Oh, he did it. I was like, my doggy, I've got 2 dogs, but he got locked out, but he's smart. He got himself in. So go onto my Facebook wall or my profile page, watch that video. And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about a webinar that we're doing on Thursday night. So I don't want this to be a big pitch about the webinar. Tomorrow, though, on tomorrow's Periscope, I am going to be talking behind the scenes about this webinar on Thursday. I'm very excited about it. I don't even know how many webinars that I've done. Thousands. I really think I've done thousands of webinars. I am probably more excited about this webinar on Thursday than any other webinar I've ever done. And not so much for me. It's for you, for everybody that's coming. I've never put together a webinar in this fashion, and I love it. I love the slides. I made it very edutaining, really great visual effects in it, and so I think it's really cool. So what is it about? It's 6 steps to 6 figures. So Kyle, if you're not, so this video on Thursday, if you are not making $5,000 at least consistently a month online, you need to be on this webinar on Thursday. All right, it's a 6-step process that we teach. We do it at live events. We've built our entire platform around this 6-step process, and most of the time people get online and they try to, have success, and they miss steps. And I've worked with thousands of people, small groups, one-on-one, big groups, live events, and I did a lot of research. I'm an elementary teacher, coach. I've got a lot of background in teaching and psychology. And so this 6-step process is designed and proven to work. Okay, so we're dissecting the 6-step process on Thursday. That's why. And again, I don't really want to go too much into depth right now. But tomorrow, today's Tuesday? Yes, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. So Wednesday morning, I'm thinking about my schedule. I got to take my kids' uniform shopping tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow morning, I'm thinking like 11-ish, 12-ish Eastern. I'll be doing a live Periscope. I'm giving you the heads up right now so that you can try, if you're following me, it'll pop up and say that, hey, I'm going live. I'm going to be talking a lot about it tomorrow, a little bit more like behind the scenes about why we're doing it, why it works and stuff like that. So you definitely want to be on that. So make sure you are following me. But yeah, watch the video on my Facebook page. You can see how I've incorporated my little lifestyle and how I used it as a marketing piece to be able to go in and get other people to this webinar. And then obviously I'm talking about it now on Periscope. So yeah, anything that you can do to incorporate your lifestyle into your business, even if you're new and you don't know what your brand is, that's okay. It can start forming as you go along. And what I'm talking about today is one of the steps in the 6 steps, kind of. It's like a half step of the 6 steps. So we'll talk about that later. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Your lifestyle has been taken over by your cats. I thought it said cats. I was like, if you've been taken over by cats, that's not so great. So thanks guys for watching. I don't have my watch on, but I'm pretty sure that I've got to get going. We got to head out to the doctors because, hey, I'm a multitasker, mom, 3 kids, wife, and business owner, entrepreneur, online marketer. You can do it all as long as you're efficient. And thanks guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. Check out my scope tomorrow. Definitely register for the webinar as I'm excited about it. I think you will really enjoy it. I'm not so much excited about it for me. I've done many of them, but I'm excited because I know what it's going to do for those people that are watching it, which is hopefully you. So thank you, and I will talk to you guys soon.